Hey everybody, welcome to Bourbon and Branding. My name is Jason. This is Dave.
Always.
And today we have a special episode for you we're really excited about. We are shooting on location at the Blind Tiger. And this is a speakeasy, I guess, of sorts here. And we're going to give you
Prohibition Museum.
A Prohibition Museum, okay. Anyway, we are going to be drinking some Jefferson's Bourbon. Really excited about that. And yeah, you guys ready? Let's dive in. All right, Dave. We have Jefferson's Bourbon.
In honor of Jefferson Spirits.
Yeah. Pretty excited to be shooting on location
Yes.
here in...
Coming out of the Batcave, so to speak.
I mean, the story about this place is pretty awesome. It sounds like... I mean, this is the first time down here. We'll probably throw some extra B-roll of where we're actually at, just so everybody can see. It's... the location is pretty
Epic.
Pretty epic, yeah.
Got this awesome tiger behind us.
Looks like it's like pawing your head.
It was thinking about it. Oh.
So anyway, yeah, so Jefferson's Bourbon, 82.3 proof.
You know what's funny? I've had other iterations of Jefferson's before, but I've never actually had their kind of, I don't know, flagship
yeah.
their entry, you know, the Zoller family's entry into the world of whiskey.
Well, they started in 1997, and it was a dad and son, Trey Zoller and Chet Zoller, I think.
Okay.
And they have an amazing video. Like, if you have, like, and this is one thing that we'll probably talk about is just based on the presentation of the bottle, you may not realize how much
Story.
how much story, how much goes
Passion,
into
too.
what they do on a regular basis. But when you go to their website, and I sent you that link to check out their video,
Yeah,
it's
the video.
a really, really well-done
the video is astronomical.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Drink it without me. Drink it without me.
Here you go.
Man.
Had to get a little sip in.
Ooh, that smells good though.
Yeah, so as far as Jefferson's goes, you know, and basing this purely upon what I've seen on the website, my own past experiences with it,
That's good.
I love the story. And I don't think that all of those iterations really tied together for me before I actually watched the video and did a little bit of deep dive into their website and their brand. They are very, very, very much in touch with their brand, and it's not just in touch with it as, you know, this is a visual identity, this is, the whiskey we make. They're in touch with it as this almost journey that they're taking. It's a father-son, correct, that started this.
Yeah.
And the thing I was most excited and impressed by was the level of visionary that they're bringing to the world of whiskey, the experimentation that they're bringing to the world of whiskey. Dude, they're floating whiskeys on ships around the world. They've got barrels, kind of all over, and you can actually go to their website and see all of these different places that they're placing barrels in the world. Very cool.
Yeah, and I think like the underdog story too is pretty interesting because they're coming into a world of whiskey that has huge players already in it.
Oh yeah.
And I think and we both went through the website. I'm a website guy. You guys know that about me. But
always with the websites.
Yeah. Well, it's where you can find either a lot about somebody or nothing about them, or a lot about them that they don't put a lot of effort into things. But their website is really good. But you get a lot of not just how they make their whiskey, like you were talking about, but their story from basically not in bourbon to being these underdogs in this big bourbon world, and just kind of like sticking with it and just not hearing no and accepting that. Like, just like, we're going to do something different. It's going to be hard. It's going to be crazy. It's not going to be conventional, but we're going to go for it. And, whether you like Jefferson's or not, I think there is a respect that is, you almost have to give them just based on, their starting point, how they've attacked, their branding and just their bourbon in general. And it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, this idea of grit, trepidation, kind of keep moving forward, I think that a lot of the most successful brands actually understand that too. In any industry, they understand how to make epic failures, and then they also understand how to take those failures and then transform them into success stories in the long run. And so often, I think in our culture, we attribute failure to this kind of shame mentality, like, oh, you messed up, you must be a bad brand, and we're doing that. So many different brands right now. I'm actually thinking about the big one right now in the branding world, the Jaguar, the other cat in the world, and all of the backlash they're getting for their brand. It could either be construed as an ultimate failure, we messed up, we're going down hard, or it could be an opportunity to make a pivot within the right hands, within the right people doing that, leading the ship. And I think that's, visionaries do that. Yeah. Visionary brands do that. They take something and they aren't satisfied with the status quo. They aren't satisfied with keeping things the way they are, and they're willing to try things out that other people wouldn't be willing to try out. And it can pay off greatly for them.
But it's high risk.
Yeah.
It's and I think that's what's so neat when you see there might be other Jeffersons out there that didn't make it, that we'll never hear of, right? That tried to be unique, tried to do something.
I'm sure.
And so, for them to stick it out and go through the lean hard times is pretty awesome. The crest on the back here, I'm sure we'll show a shot of it, is pretty cool too. I don't know how far back the family crest goes, but
yeah,
that is pretty cool. The one thing about the branding of the packaging and the bottle that I have mixed feelings. I'll let you
sure
tell me what you think, but I'm not sure this is going to stand out on a shelf to get me to hear their story.
Right.
And so we've talked about, when you walk into a liquor store and you're faced with 500 different options.
Sure.
And let's say you're a novice bourbon drinker or whiskey drinker, are you gravitating to this? So the story is amazing and how they started and all of that, but are you going to actually get this bottle and get to the point where you learn their story based on the packaging? And do you think that was strategic? Do you think being kind of unassuming is, I mentioned this earlier off camera, that I feel like it does have like a nautical, I feel like this would be in a captain's cabin
I see
or
what you're
something, which they put it on a boat, so that makes sense.
Well, not this one.
Well, not this one, but they have ones that were, but I don't know. I don't know if...
I think that what Jefferson's has done well, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys at home can tell us this too, I think there's 21 different variety iterations of Jefferson's.
Right. I know there's a lot.
There's a lot. So you guys can check it out on the website. The Zoller family is always making more, it looks like. But apparently there's 21 iterations. And here's the thing about that. What you've done in kind of creating these different consistent brand experiences across these different deliverables, if you will, is you give people different entryways into the brand. So for certain people, it might be positioned as like, this is a lower end product. It's affordable, I can buy it. But then you look at some of their premium, more exclusive products, and you think to yourself, there is a gateway for the person who might spend less to kind of enter into the world of Jefferson's and kind of make their way through it and try out so many different products. So I think once you're bought into the narrative, wherever you enter in, whether it's a more expensive whiskey or maybe it's more one of their more entry-level whiskeys, I think that they've done a really good job at kind of creating a uniformity within the brand experience in that way, which is really powerful. As far as the specific bottles on a shelf, I don't know. Would I pick it out? Not necessarily. I was told about it from a friend, and that's why I tried it the first time.
Yeah.
So, and it was the Ocean edition.
And we had did you have the rye? We had the rye, yeah.
Had the rye, yes.
Yeah. And neither of us are big rye fans. But I mean, you know,
it was fine.
I mean, yeah. And it got us into the story.
Yes.
Right? So.
No, and to be honest with you, after hearing their story and reading about it and the passion behind it, I have to say, it sounds so weird. I was rewatching the video and doing some reading about them yesterday, and I told my wife, I was like, I think I want a bottle of Jefferson's. And she's like, you don't need to buy any more bourbon. I was like, no, we need to go buy a bottle of Jefferson's right now.
Well, then it worked, I guess.
Yeah, the story emotionally connected. So I'm curious your thoughts on this one, though.
Yeah. I mean, on the nose, like, for me, I get, and I don't know, I normally have a cheat sheet. I do have it with me, actually, but I'm going to try not to use it as much. But I get I don't know, I get an orange. Do you get like an orange or like it's like a citrus or a...
It's understated. The whole flavor of this is very understated.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
would
it's
say orange.
sweet, so there's like almost like a brown sugar maybe, or like a caramel. But then I do get like almost like a caramelized orange, not like a
Christmas orange.
Yeah, one of those like candies. Like I don't know. And then I think that's about. I mean, it smells good. Like it's enjoyable on the nose.
I like for this iteration of Jefferson's, I like the nose better than I appreciate the actual on the palate taste.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No,
the nose is phenomenal. It has a wonderful smell, but comparatively to other iterations of Jefferson's that I've tried, I would probably up my price bracket a little bit and look towards some others.
Yeah.
That's not to say this isn't good, but what I will say here, I'll give my rating.
Okay.
I'll jump in.
All right,
I'll do it.
Do it.
The Blind Tiger is here. We're all here. We're ready to do this. I would give this a 2.
Really? 2? Okay.
But it's between a 2 and a 3. I just know that we've had some threes.
Solid threes.
This is why we need half scores. This is why we need half scores. Because there are some phenomenal Jeffersons. I would give this a 2, but I would do it as an everyday drinker and a mixed drink. I think this would make a really nice old fashioned, just a simple old fashioned. And I think I know that we've even been recommended like a smoked old fashioned with it, and I actually think that because it's a lighter whiskey, I actually think that orange would pair really well with something smoky, and I think it would make a phenomenal drink. I would do that as an everyday, just mixed drink.
Yeah. All right. Well, then since you went, no, you did a 2.
A 2.
You
a
did
2.
Do you want to switch? Are you gonna switch?
I'm not a switcher. I'm not a quitter.
Go to. All right. So I would agree. The nose is probably better than the palate, but I don't mind it. I think it's very approachable. It's 82 proof. It's easy to drink. I think if you're wanting to introduce people to bourbon, this would actually be a pretty not safe way, but I think you could have them pick up some smells and maybe some different tastes.
I don't know. Maybe if I had more, I could give it a 3.
I'd give you more, but this bottle doesn't belong to us. So, but I actually am going to give it a 3.
All right.
I think it deserves a 3. I would give it a daily drinker. I think I could drink this more often. And I'm going to drink it neat. I'm going to drink it.
All right.
I mean, okay. I'm also not. I'll drink it neat. I'll give it a 3, and I'm going to give it a daily drinker. I enjoy it. I think it's a good one.
All right. Just so we're clear, you're putting this with Elijah Craig, barrel proof.
Well, hey, I mean,
barrel strength. You're putting this with, we've had some. That's okay.
Don't question my score. Don't question my score.
Your score, you do you, boo.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Help us out. That would be awesome.
We're not done.
What's up next?
The Blind Tiger is bringing us mixed drinks with.
Oh, so you
Jefferson's.
had inside information. So you knew that old fashioned was coming then.
I knew the old fashioned was coming, but I was really looking forward to it anyways because I know the bartender upstairs is doing some awesome work. So
okay, all right. Well then, I guess this episode is extended.
So we had our friend Roman here brought us these awesome mixed drinks.
We set this whole thing up.
Yeah, he set this whole thing up.
This is. I mean, look at this. We got.
Fancy foods.
Okay. What do you guys think of these drinks?
I mean,
I do like old fashions.
And you'll see, actually, Kiana used real smoke. You actually infuse smoke and then pour the bourbon into it, so it's that real smoky, full flavor.
No, that is nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, this was made with the bourbon, the Jefferson's bourbon, right?
And being in this beautiful place, I love the art, I love the surroundings. And when I heard that David had a show, I went, well, of course, we should film the show at the #1 bourbon bar in our region at the coolest passion project that Dennis has, which is here at the Blind Tiger.
Yeah, this is amazing. The
location is awesome.
This whole setup is really top notch.
It's kind of like our brand guide became
a
facility.
Scene, here in our area, we don't have a lot like this
or
anything like this. So this is a very unique opportunity. Yeah,
Vegas, that's what it feels like to me. Chicago, a lot of speakeasies.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure have to check it out. And if you guys haven't checked out the Blind Tiger yet, or even Jefferson Spirits, honestly, you better
what are the chances that we're at Jefferson Spirits at the Blind Tiger reviewing Jefferson's bourbon? It's like somebody planned this. I don't know.
I see what you did there.
come drink an old fashioned, smoked old fashioned. Order it with Jefferson's. Sit underneath the tiger painting.
Watch out for the claw, though.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. Yeah.
Yep, Dave almost got taken out there earlier.
It's true.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are stoked to be here. Thank you, Roman, for setting all this.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you to Jefferson Spirits. Well, this Jefferson as well, Bourbon, Jefferson Spirits, the Blind Tiger, and everybody.
All the Jeffersons,
all the Jeffersons.
Wherever you may
be. Yes, thank you guys so much for inviting us into this space. Amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.